The hospital gate finally slid open and you walked out with a tired breath you had been holding for what felt like years, a whole week in the emergency ward. A whole week of trauma cases, a whole week of no sleep, no proper food, and the same scrubs that now felt permanently glued to your body. You took a long breath, stretching your arms out dramatically. Wow, so this is what life looks like outside hospital walls. You blinked at the sunlight. The sky is actually blue. I thought it turned fluorescent white forever. A paramedic walking behind you snorted. Go home, you look like you have fought 10 zombies. I feel like I fought 20. Your back cracked as you stretched again. My spine is filing a complaint, honestly. You looked around at the peaceful street. No alarms, no rushing stretchers, no panicked voices yelling your name. People are walking normally. No one is shouting, Doctor, every 2 minutes. Amazing. You dragged your feet toward the parking lot, barely functioning. I need a shower, a blanket, and 12 hours of sleep. That's it, nothing else. You adjusted your bag on your shoulder and looked down, rubbing your temples, and then your feet stopped. A familiar black car was parked near the entrance. Tinted windows, matte finish, a silent presence that demanded attention. Your heart jumped. John Jungkook, the mafia boss the world feared, the man who once lay bleeding on a road when you found him, the man who kept appearing in your life since that night. Your Jungkook. The door opened automatically when he saw you. He stepped out, black shirt, black coat, hair pushed back, eyes soft, only for you. Your heart melted instantly, but all you could think was, oh no, not today. I look horrible. So, without thinking, you quickly covered your face with both hands and turned a little away from him. Jungkook paused mid step. What are you doing? You kept your palms glued to your cheeks. Don't look at me right now. Why? I look like someone who fought a war. He blinked, then he walked toward you slowly, very slowly, like a scene from a K drama. Funny because I fought a real war 3 nights ago, but you didn't hide your face from me. You peeked through your fingers. That's not the same. Jungkook finally reached you. He gently pulled your hands down, but you resisted. Jungkook, no. Jungkook chuckled softly, the kind of smile he only showed you. I'm here to take my beautiful girlfriend on a date. Stop making it difficult. Your eyes widened. Date? In this condition? Exactly in this condition. His eyes softened even more. I missed you. Your heart dropped to your stomach. He leaned closer, voice low and warm. Also, I didn't come here so you could go home and sleep all day. You owe me at least 1 hour. I owe you nothing, you mumbled. Jungkook smirked, then I'll steal it. Before you could reply, he gently held your backpack and slid it off your shoulder like it weighed nothing. Come, I'll drive. Jungkook, seriously, I look horrible. He opened the passenger door and tapped the frame. You look beautiful in every way. Now get in, doctor. You glared at him while he smirked. You finally sighed, giving up, and sat inside. He closed the door, walked around, and took the driver's seat. Inside the car, the scent of the cologne instantly calmed you. Jungkook glanced at you. Seatbelt? I know how to wear a seatbelt. Then wear it. You reached for it, but your hands were trembling from exhaustion. Without a word, he leaned over you. Your breath caught instantly and clicked the seatbelt into place. His face was inches from yours, his eyes lowered to your lips and then back to your eyes. Look very exhausted. You sighed and nodded. I'm very tired. Then I'll wake you up properly. You blinked. Jungkook smirked, then he gently pressed a long, soft kiss to your lips. All your tiredness melted into a warmth you couldn't describe. There, now you look alive. Your cheeks burned. Jungkook looked extremely proud of himself. He started the car, the engine hummed, and the sunlight reflected on his face like a scene straight out of a series. You leaned back, watching him quietly, and unconsciously you smiled. Jungkook noticed. See, you're already glowing. Shut up. Jungkook laughed, a deep, soft sound you rarely heard. I'll take you somewhere safe. Quiet, no danger. You are danger. He turned his head slowly to look at you, eyes dark but soft, not to you. Your chest tightened, and that moment, that car ride with your messy scrubs, tired eyes, and tangled hair felt more romantic than any perfect date. Because with him, you never had to pretend, you never had to look perfect. You only had to be you, and he always showed up. Always. Your story with Jungkook never started like a fairy tale. It started on a dark road. A man was bleeding, barely breathing, surrounded by chaos, and you, despite being off duty and exhausted, fell to your knees beside him and saved his life. Back then, you didn't know who he was, not the mafia boss, not the name the whole city whispered about, not the man people feared. You only saw a wounded stranger who held your wrist tightly, even in pain, as if trusting you more than anyone. A few days later, he walked into your hospital again, healthy, clean, dressed in black, eyes sharp but soft when they found you. From that moment, he didn't stop appearing. Your friends warned you, your colleagues begged you, your relatives whispered behind your back. He is dangerous. He'll drag you into trouble. Leave him before it's too late. He's in the news every other day. Your parents tried the hardest. They thought you were throwing away your entire future, but you knew the side of Jungkook no one else had ever seen. The boy who cooked for you at 3 a.m., the man who held your hand like it was the most fragile thing in the world, the mafia king who melted like wax if you so much as touched his hair. Only you knew he wasn't heartless, he wasn't cruel, he wasn't a monster. He was a broken man who loved too fiercely and only knew how to protect the few precious things he had left, and somehow you became the most precious of them all. The shower steam finally faded as you stepped out, wrapped in one of Jungkook's huge black towels that always smelled like him, dark, warm, expensive, and safe. His mansion was too quiet, too peaceful for someone who lived in danger every day. You ran your fingers through your wet hair, breathing in slowly. For the first time in days, you felt alive. You walked out into the massive living room. Soft lights, cold marble floors, and the smell of something delicious drifting from the kitchen. Jungkook was standing there, cooking, in grey sweatpants and a loose black t-shirt, hair tied back, tattooed arm flexing as he stirred the pot. He looked nothing like the mafia boss the world feared. He looked like your man. He looked at you and smiled faintly. How are you feeling now? You smiled, walking near him before standing beside him. Better than ever, more alive. He chuckled, flipping the pancakes. You'll feel even better once you eat. You smiled, but before you could speak, your eyes caught it, a fresh scar on his neck, red, slightly swollen, new. Your heart dropped. You walked closer slowly. So you fought again, huh? Jungkook froze for a second. You touched the scar gently, barely a graze of your fingertips, but he leaned into your touch like he had been starving for it. His eyes softened instantly, gaze dropping to your lips, then your eyes, like you were his entire universe. When you are not with me. His voice was low, almost ashamed. I don't know what else to do, so I finish my unfinished business. Your heart tightened painfully. Jungkook, I told you I don't mind the things you do. I know your world. I accepted it. He watched you quietly, but sometimes it really scares me. That made him blink. I don't want to lose you. Your voice cracked slightly. Sometimes I worry that I'll get busy and when I finally get free, You'll be hurt, or worse. Before the fear could swallow your voice, Jungkook pulled you close by the waist, forehead resting against yours. His breath was warm, his hold was trembling slightly. I will never let that day come. You swallowed, but Jungkook wasn't done. Even if the whole world hunts me, even if I go to war every day, he caressed your cheek. I will always come back to you. I didn't survive all these years just to leave you behind. Your eyes burned suddenly. He kissed your forehead, then your nose, then your cheek. Jungkook whispered against your skin, "You are the only part of my life that I refuse to risk." You wrapped your arms around him tightly, burying your face in his chest. Jungkook smiled, kissed the top of your head, then gently pulled away. "Now sit, I made brunch for you." You sat on the kitchen counter, still wrapped in the towel, eyes following him like he was the only light in the room. He lifted the spoon. "Open your mouth." You rolled your eyes. "I can eat by myself." He placed the spoon near your lips. I said, "Open." But his tone was soft, too soft. You obeyed. The way he watched you eat, it felt like he was feeding something sacred, not just a person. He brought another spoonful, but before you could take it, his phone rang. Wait a minute. He pulled out his phone and glanced at the screen, and everything changed. His jaw tightened, his eyes darkened, the softness left his face like someone wiped it away. His hand clenched around the phone. "Cook, is everything okay?" He didn't answer. He picked the call, listened, and you watched the darkness spread across the face like a storm swallowing the light. Then, without saying anything, he grabbed his black coat and moved. "Jungkook, wait, where are you going?" No answer. You slid off the counter quickly, feet hitting the floor. You followed him to the entrance hall. "Jungkook, talk to me." He kept walking. You stepped in front of him to stop him, and he brushed past you, too fast. Your wrist hit the edge of the wall. A sharp pain shot up your arm. You gasped and grabbed it, but Jungkook didn't see, didn't hear, didn't even look back. He walked out and slammed the door behind him, leaving you standing there with a small bruise forming on your wrist and a huge fear forming in your heart. Your chest felt heavy, tears blurred your vision, your mind kept repeating, "What happened? Why was he so angry? Why didn't he speak?" You grabbed your clothes, threw them on quickly, and rushed out of the mansion. You couldn't sit there alone, not when Jungkook left like a storm. So you went to the only place you could think of, your parents' home. The moment they opened the door and saw you, your mom's eyes widened. "What happened to your hand?" She grabbed your bruised wrist. You winced. Dad came running. "Did he do this to you?" You froze. "No, Dad, he didn't." Mom cut you off. "Enough. We told you he's dangerous. How many times must we say it? He will hurt you one day." Dad's voice rose, trembling with worry. "We warned you. This mafia man will destroy your life. Look at you. Look at your condition." Your eyes filled instantly, not because of their words, not because of the bruise, but because you had no idea where Jungkook was or what he was doing, and you were terrified you might lose him tonight. "Dad, Mom, please," your voice cracked. "He didn't do this. I was following him and I got hurt myself." "Following him? Why would you even run after a man like that?" You couldn't answer. Your lips trembled. Your eyes dropped to the floor. "Because he left without a word, and he has never done that before." Your parents fell silent because your fear was louder than their scolding. Mom stepped closer, placing her hands on your shoulders. "Sweetheart, what happened?" You looked up with shaking eyes. "He got a call, something serious, and he just left." "What call?" "I think it was about the man who killed his family." That made the whole house fall silent. Your parents looked at each other. Your mom's anger softened into worry. Your father's voice gentled. "Sit down, tell us everything." You sat, clutching your bruised wrist, praying Jungkook wasn't walking into a death trap. And somewhere in the night, Jungkook was out there, burning with rage you had never seen before. 2 days later, 2 full days, 48 hours of unanswered calls, hundreds of unread messages, no sign of him, no footsteps in the hallway, no voice whispering your name, just silence. You barely slept, you barely ate, your chest felt tight every minute. At the hospital, your colleagues kept glancing at you. Some whispered, some stared at the bruise on your wrist. Dr. Wine, are you okay? You look so pale. Dr. Namjoon frowned. Did Jungkook do something to you? Your heart clenched. No, he didn't. Please stop assuming. But even as you said it, you couldn't hide the fear in your eyes because you weren't scared of him. You were scared for him. What if he was bleeding somewhere? What if he got shot? What if he wasn't coming back this time? Every sound made you jump, every phone vibration made your heart stop. You were halfway round to check your patience when your phone buzzed. You froze, your hand shook. You picked up the phone and saw his name. One message. You clicked on it instantly. Ryan, today I finally took my revenge. Now I can rest in peace. The room spun, your breath turned cold. You turned to Nurse Ria. Ria, please handle this today. I have to go. You didn't think, you didn't explain, you didn't breathe. You ripped off your gloves, grabbed your keys and purse, and ran. Nurse Ria yelled behind you. Vian, what happened? Dr. Namjoon tried to follow you. Wait, Vian. But you were already out of the hospital. Your hand shook as you drove. Tears blurred your vision. Your heart hammered painfully. As soon as your car approached his mansion, the gates opened automatically as if they were waiting for you, as if he knew you would come. You didn't even park properly. You left the engine running, the door open, your bag falling onto the ground. You ran inside and stopped. Your chest broke. There he was, sitting on the floor, back leaning against the couch. His black shirt was stained, his knuckles were bruised and cut. His eyes looked empty but peaceful, so peaceful it scared you. Like a man who had finally let go of a 20-year long breath. Your heart shattered. You dropped to your knees beside him and wrapped your arms around him tightly. Why do you do this to me? Your voice cracked as you buried your face in his neck. Why do you disappear? Why do you make me worry like this? Jungkook slowly lifted his arms and held you back. His grip was desperate, his breath shaky. Jungkook whispered into your hair, I'm sorry, love. You held him tighter, trembling, but I promise you. His voice was low, broken, and exhausted. After today, I'll leave this world. You froze, your heart stopped. He kept speaking before you could react. You'll never have to be disappointed in me again. You pulled back instantly, grabbing his face with both hands. What are you saying? Jungkook, look at me. Look at me. His eyes lifted to yours, dark, tired, destroyed. You cupped his cheeks gently. What happened that day? Why did you run away? Why didn't you say anything? He exhaled shakily, then he finally spoke. That call, it was one of my men. His jaw clenched, his voice shook with buried rage. They found the man who killed my family. Your breath hitched, he continued. For years, I imagined this moment. I thought I would feel satisfied, free. His eyes softened painfully, but the only thing on my mind that day was you. Your fingers tightened on his cheeks. He looked down at your hand and saw it. The faint bruise on your wrist. His entire expression changed from empty to sharp, from numb to furious, from dead to alive. What happened to your wrist? You instantly tried to pull your hand away. It's nothing, I just bumped into. He grabbed your wrist gently but firmly. His voice dropped. Did I do this? You shook your head quickly. No, no, Jungkook, you didn't. I swear. I was following you that day and I hit it against the wall. You didn't even see. He stared into your eyes, searching, fearing, hurting. His thumb grazed the bruise. You got hurt because of me. Jungkook, I'm fine. Jungkook pulled you onto his lap suddenly, strong arms wrapped around your waist, his forehead pressed against your shoulder. His voice broke. Don't run after me like that. Don't get hurt because of me. Don't scare me like that ever again. You softened instantly, sliding your hand into his hair. You scared me too, Jungkook. He lifted his head slowly, his eyes were glossy. I know. He cupped your face, and I'm sorry. You leaned closer, your lips brushing his lightly. He whispered, I'm not going anywhere now. You kissed him softly. His fingers tightened around your waist, pulling you deeper into his arms. You breathed against his lips. Don't leave me like that again. Never. He kissed you again, this time longer, desperate, almost fragile, like a man who had finally put down all his weapons and kept only you.